Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time that you're tuning in, my name is Leilani, and here I am speaking about all things transformation, the mental, the physical, the spiritual, and really just what you can do to start transforming your life today. So after doing this whole, I would say, very experimental 30-day series, I did finish the 30-day series and kind of continued on because I realized that there were still things that I wanted to share in relation to the topics. However, I also did mention in previous videos that I will be kind of moving into a new schedule for these videos. So, honestly, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard not for me to post every day because I really enjoy this. And at the same time, I realize there's just other projects that I really want to dedicate my energy to. And also, all of this is connected, right? So really, I just want to kind of update you and share, what's going on. Of course, I'm still going to be posting videos, and I would love to know if you're someone who has watched several of my videos. I would love to know what specifically you found most helpful, or what you want to actually learn more about. Maybe something that I haven't touched on in as much detail and you'd like to learn more about. For me, really, I feel like I did things in my own way. Like I'm very well aware that a lot of the things that I speak on, I had mentioned as well that it's really just this innate internal divine guidance and wisdom that speaks through me. And I also know that there is a lot of my story that is really part of why I'm here today. And I have yet to still share, but I'm doing so in my own time. And yeah, I think I want to just thank y'all for being here, because I know that there's so many things that you could be doing with your time. There's so many people that you could be listening to. There's so many things that maybe fighting for your attention, and I want to honor you and thank you for choosing to use your time to be here with me. And I really want to just highlight that what I share is really from the bottom of my heart, because at the end of the day, like, I'm not sharing for anyone's opinions or validation or really anything that is not from God. I'm sharing because God has put this on my heart that I need to share, and I fought it for a really long time, and I just surrendered to it. That's really it. I surrendered to it, and I thought that it needed to look a certain way. And I'll be very honest, in the past, I tried to do something where I was building a business that wasn't based in full integrity. And I was trying to build a business in something that I would think was going to, be more accepted, or what someone else wanted, while I knew deep down that there was parts of me that were trying to confine or trying to hide, or just really feeling just pushed to the side because of this internal fear of it not making sense. And the thing is, what I've realized on this journey is that it's going to make sense to those who need it. I'm not for everyone, and I know that. And I don't want to be for everyone. Okay? I don't want to be for everyone, but I want to be for you if this content and this work resonates with you. Okay? And I'm learning as I go. I do not have all this shit figured out. But one thing I can tell you, one thing I can tell you is that I've been through some shit, and I've also gotten out of that shit because of my genuine faith in God. And because God had to show me again and again that he is real. And sometimes you really got to go and be in the thick of the mud and get yanked out of it so that you know that you're not alone. And what I'm really here to do is express that in really any way that it needs to, but my medicine that I can give you is being that guidepost or that mirror that you need to not just be able to honor where you are currently at, like in all of it, in all the messiness, and all the joy and all the expressions, because the reality is there's a lot of people that cannot hold it. They can't. And this is part of coaching. Really, this happens a lot, and I notice this because there is a lot of people that put on this show because they can play a part and they can play it really well. But when you actually go to it, when you put down the money, when you take that risk, and when you go into it and then you realize it's not what it seemed out to be, or worse, you actually get more traumatized because you actually were in a space that you weren't able to be held. It sucks. So I empathize with that. And honestly, there's aspects of me that cannot relate because I've never really had to go to another person because and it was a choice. I'm not saying in general. I'm saying when it comes to a coach, because I had to turn to God first. And this was maybe just my path, but I had to turn to God first. Or rather, I was trying to turn to everything else, and then God was like, no, turn to me, in order to be like, actually, the external is that. The external can waver. It can be taken away in seconds, and people might not live up to the expectations that you want them to. So me, as someone who is being a mirror and reflecting to you and amplifying things that you already know are residing within you, it's not a matter that you need me to do it. It's more so that if you are in a certain part of your journey, there might be some accountability that goes with that. Okay? And there might also be having that space, because for me, like, I did a lot of this by myself. I did a lot of this work by myself. And it's not always rainbows and butterflies. It's not super fun. And if you are on a journey of deep transformation and really getting to the root of something, that is the medicine I can give you, because I've gotten to the root of so many things that I thought were this and that, and it was just all these glittery, shiny stuff, and really it was all distraction. It was distraction because it's like what may seem like it's the thing that's causing you to feel a certain way, what may seem like the thing that is inhibiting you from truly being and embodying your full expression, is actually just one tiny little piece. It's just the tip of the iceberg. So what I've really been learning these past few years is getting to the root of something to fully pull it up from the depths of your soul, and transmuting and transforming that so you can use that and turn that into your power. Because let me tell you, something that we're not doing in this life is letting these things go to waste. If you want your trauma to control you, if you want your trauma to define you, you can do that. But working with me means that you will not let your trauma define you. Okay? And that is something that we can work through together. And I feel like I have to say this. You know, there's a certain type of person that is watching these videos, okay? Just it's a frequency, okay? It's a frequency, it's an energy. Everything that you watch, anything that is in your sphere is because at some level you are a vibrational match to it, okay? So even if there's parts of you that maybe feel a challenge from it, or maybe if there's parts of you that feel a question from it, there is something there that is pulling you back, right? And it is not, again, I want to highlight, it is not because you need me. You do not need me. But rather, if you know that you've come to a point where you have done a lot of this by yourself, you've done a big part of this by yourself, and you are ready for that up level, you are ready for that change, because the thing is, and this is something that I've noticed in many people, is that because there are still, because the root has not been addressed, they're putting a band-aid on a wound that needs stitches, okay? They're putting a band-aid on a wound that needs like a whole team of medical attention, okay? And when you do that, when you band-aid the problem versus literally getting to the root of it, you know, if you need to take the infection out, right? You need antibiotic, whatever it is, put the herb on it. You know, everyone has a different cup of tea. Getting to the root of how to mend. And it's not because you're broken in a way. It's a matter of these were the cards that you were dealt with. These were the cards that were part of your life, right? So now it's a matter of, how can I reframe this? How can I honor this, whatever it was? If it was pain, if it was deep pain, if it was shame, if it was guilt, you know, all these what we can consider lower density emotions, but not labeling them as bad, because they're needed. And yeah, like I think I've gotten to a point where, honestly, I'm just tired of seeing people get played. I'm tired of seeing people get played, because there's a lot of people out here taking advantage of the trauma that you went through. There really is. And something else that is my medicine for you is teaching that discernment, learning that discernment, sharpening that discernment, because honey, not everyone wants the best for you. Okay? Not everyone wants the best for you. And at the same time, you know, I generously give this content out because I needed to share it. Like that is something that was told to me of, I need to share this, you know? And I also know that if there is this call for you to work one-on-one with me, that offer is there. And I am also working on group offers, you know, actual more hands-on things that you can work on. I will be releasing an ebook very, very soon, and that will be a free resource for you. And yeah, I think I'm just really, really understanding why the aspect of community is so important. And now that I have been able to see different types and what is the common thread between them. Yeah, just really seeing what feels good for me, right? Because what I've noticed is everyone's medicine is going to be a little bit different. Okay? So like I said, my medicine is getting to the root of what it is, sharpening that discernment, and really honestly, like it's just unshakable love and faith and confidence in who you are, because confidence does not need to be loud all the time. Okay? Confidence does not need to be loud. And I think for a lot of my life, I thought that by me, in a way, having to dim to make someone else more comfortable, even though knowing I was confident in myself. I knew this the whole time. It was just the way I presented myself was in a way that seemed less confident so that someone else could be comfortable. But that does not serve anybody. And I learned that, okay? It doesn't serve anybody. And also it's like there's a level of humility that is required for servant leadership. I'm gonna say that. There's a level of humility that is required for servant leadership. Because I'm not serving myself, I serve God. And, you know, I do not label or judge anyone that has different beliefs, different backgrounds, ethnicities, cultures, whatever, whoever. If you follow love, okay? If you want to be of service, if you just trying to live your best life, okay? We're friends, okay? We're friends at this point. We're friends, okay? So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on that. Like I said, I am learning as I go, you know, really learning to just trust the process. Just trust the process. And yeah. Also, let me know if you like this background a little more. I'm trying to also experiment with what I like in my house. I'll probably maybe rearrange this at some point or another. Yeah. I love you guys, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Oh, and before I forget, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. You know, like, comment, share with someone who may enjoy any of these messages, who can really benefit from what I am sharing, and also subscribe to my Substack. I write weekly newsletters. I call it my newsletter. Just updates on my book that I'm writing, updates in life, you know, kind of tidbits of what I share on here, but in a shorter written form, if that's your cup of tea. And I'm also on Instagram. Follow me at iam.lailani, LAILANI. And yeah, I'll see you guys.